we are done with customers and suppliers. Now we move to our cash books. Now cash books, we start with petty cash payments. It says the following is a batch summary of petty cash payments made during May 2021. The last petty cash voucher number used was PCV43, meaning that for donation to SPCA, we're going to use PCV44 as a reference. And then for Shirley Broderick, for cleaning the shop, we're going to use PCV45. Now here it doesn't mention which document to print afterwards. Then we have to go to our page, printout page, to see which document it's required. Now 1.14.6, we need to print a cash book details of cash book number 2. But even if you print petty cash payment journal, you're still going to get marks, but it won't be 12 like this one. I think it will be around about 9 or 10, between 9 and 10. But then the document required is cash book details for cash book number 2, which is petty cash, and it says also include the opening balance. Now let's go back and record it. You go under process cash book, process cash book. Now under process cash book, you change from cash book number 1 bank to cash book number 2 petty cash. Now after opening petty cash payments, you'll see that you have this column, bank amount. Remember this column? Each time you see this column in your cash books, it means your cash books do not have tax. It means your printout will be debit and credit. A cash book or a printout of a cash book with debit and credit columns, it's not marked. So you have to make sure that you always include tax. Now to do that, we go under settings. Petty cash, it's this here. Repeat description, nope. And then you need to include tax. You tick tax processing, and then under tax type you select 15% standard rate. Now under increment reference, yes, we click yes because the last one was 43, the next one 44, one after it will be 45. So we click where it says increment reference, yes. Entry method, it's inclusive. All our amounts include include VAT. Now let's start. Period is period number 3. First transaction date is on the 1st of May. Now under GCS, what are we paying for? We're paying for donations to SPCA under GCSSG for general ledger. And then under account, use description search for donations. Reference PCV44. Description, write it in full, donations. SPCA. Now donations do not have VAT. Amount total is 550. We go to the next transaction. Date 3rd May. What is it for? Cleaning the shop. So under GCS is still G. Under account, we search for salaries and wages because we're paying an employee. Salaries and wages. Reference is number 45, it's correct. Description, who are we paying? Shirley. Broderick. Now, salaries and wages, we do not pay VAT, but we pay as you earn tax. So we are going to have 00 here. Total amount is 300. Now, if you were requested to make a printout of petty cash, you were simply going to just say print, but in this case we're not supposed to print petty cash, but we need to print cash book details. So we're going to update this, update payment batch, update. After updating, you go under view to print that. You go under view, general ledger, transactions, general ledger transactions. Printing cash book details, ne? General ledger, cash book details, yes. Okay. Now print to screen for me so that we can view it. It's 14.6, yes. And then under cash book, we want cash book number 2, which is petty cash for this year. And then for which period? For May. So it's period 3 to period number 3. From the 1st up until the 31st. Include opening balance, yes. Then you click OK. Now this is how your cash book details should be like. This is how your cash book details should be like. Total, it was 12 marks. Mark number 1, it's for having only May or only period number 3, not from period 1, which is March, up until period 12, which is February. And then mark number 2, it's for having opening balance of 1,500, which was already recorded for you. And then mark number 3 for selecting the correct cash book 2 payments. And then we have 2 marks for dates, 1 mark for reference, 1 mark each for description, so meaning is 2 for 2 descriptions. For not having tax, 1 mark for each transaction, 1 mark for amounts 550 and 300, and that will bring us to a total of 12 marks. We are done with petty cash.